was a great match.
Thank you.
So you were a young lion in Japan for this spring.
Yeah.
And now in ROH.
Not young lion, just lion with blue eyes.
Yes.
Not young anymore. Yeah.
And you have many matches.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
States.
It's not as much as in Japan yet. The schedule's a bit different, but definitely I've had over here maybe 5 now. I did 3 in the UK as well, so I'm really enjoying getting out there, other places, and having a chance to prove myself out there as well.
Do you feel any differences between the States and New Japan?
Massively, of course. The crowds are different. The Japanese crowds are a lot more respectful, is probably the word. Not that American fans or UK fans are disrespectful as such, but obviously the Japanese fans, they sit there a bit quieter for a bit more, for like a little bit longer, whereas a lot of the American and UK fans will take it upon themselves to let their voices and opinions be known from the very start. So they're completely different, but enjoy every crowd. Obviously, I've said before, Korakuen crowd, it's like a hometown for me whenever we perform there. But yeah, obviously vast differences between all of them, but all in their own way and all in a positive way as well.
Do you feel any change in yourself?
Yeah, just a lot more freedom. It's like I've said it before as well. As a young lion, you kind of have shackles kind of put on you in a way, because of the way that New Japan wants us to learn. And it's a great way, but I feel like I've been ready for a long time to break free of those shackles, as I say, and get up to the States and the UK and be able to do what I like in the matches, portray myself how I want to, or it's just in the way I act and the moves I do in the ring as well. I'm enjoying having that freedom as well, and it's been paying off for me. So far I'm undefeated, and I may have lost tonight, but I wasn't involved in the finish as such, so still yet to be pinned or made to submit here in ROH. So I'm very happy with that and hoping to keep that going as well, so definitely feel a lot different.
Do you think the New Japan is the highest standard of pro wrestling in the world?
Still, yeah, of course. Even though I'm here with ROH, I'm still a New Japan guy at heart, no doubt, and can't wait to come back. I've been watching the G1, of course, and no disrespect to anyone else here in ROH or anywhere else in the world, but New Japan's head and shoulders above everywhere. The wrestling that they put out, the amount of heart that all the guys show in their matches, the amount of fight they have, nowhere else can compare to it. Although people try very hard, and don't get me wrong, people here in ROH and abroad, they fight hard as well, show a lot of heart, but it's still nothing to New Japan, and that's why all these guys are looking to get to New Japan as well.
What's the biggest goal for you right now?
Right now, I want to get back to Japan. I'm enjoying it away, but I want to get back. That's where, obviously I wrestled in the UK before Japan, but I almost started again when I came to Japan. So it feels like that's where I grew up as a wrestler. So I'm looking forward to what I'm learning now from being away and how I'm developing. I want to take that back to Japan and show the Japanese fans as well. They're so loyal, and even though I may not be Japanese, I like them to treat me as one of their own, as the way I've come up from New Japan. So biggest goal is to just get back to New Japan as soon as I can, really, because that's where I feel like I can excel the most as well. So that'll be it for me, I think. But also, at the same time, there's still a lot of guys here in ROH that I'd like to mix it up with and test myself against. So there's little goals in between in terms of who I want to face, but I just can't wait to get back to New Japan, to be honest.
Okay, thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Japan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様です。
How was the match today?
Match was good. We got the win, which is always great. I think the people have been waiting for Mr. YTR to come to the States, and I think he showed some great potential and just his, how great he is and how sneaky he is and how smart he is and what a genius YTR is. So Roppongi Vice is very happy with today.
What's the difference between the audience in the States and in Japan?
That's a good question. Probably the number one thing is just the fans here are very passionate and they're very loud and they don't hold back. If they hate you, they're not afraid to say that they hate you. And if they love you, they're not afraid to say that they love you. It's very passionate, and it's extremely different than Japan, where they do love you, but it's sometimes they can be a little shy, it feels like. And but here it's like, no, F you, screw you, you're the best, it's crazy, you know, so I enjoy that. It's a good energy.
You have a long career of pro wrestling, and you've been in many scenes and many rings in many countries for pro wrestling. Do you think New Japan is the highest standard of pro wrestling?
They are the highest standard. They are the marker, and everybody else is just trying to catch up, I feel like. Japanese pro wrestling, I think, has always been the leader in the professional wrestling world. Their ideas and the wrestlers are always 1 or 2 steps ahead of the rest of the business. So I think now other companies, bigger companies like WWE and TNA, they're all influenced by what Japan does, and they kind of steal, I think, the style and ideas. Now you see people doing strong style in America or in Mexico. They all call it strong style for one reason, because New Japan was doing strong style in the 1980s. They're already 30 years behind. We've been the leaders at doing strong style for 30 years. So that's what I think.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Thank you so much.